Power Hour. Welcome. It is the Power Hour. It is Saturday. This is Power Hour number 220. So we've done 220 of these 1 hour segments. That's a lot. That's 5 years. We started June of 2000. So anyway, that's every Saturday that isn't a holiday, or and even if I'm not going to be able to be present, a lot of times I'll pre-record the episode, which is very rare, only when I travel for a class or something. And sometimes we have guest speakers, so we've got that. Let me do the share here, something different. Just a moment, get things going. So hopefully you're all right today. We're coming back to semi-normal weather here on the beach. So for those of you who don't know, our office is here in Miami Beach. We also have a place in Palo Alto, California, that we train from. And so that's that. But it's been unseasonably cold here, like it has been for a lot of places. But anyway, today is kind of back to normal. It'll be 71 today, which is I'll go to the beach finally. I haven't been out of the house like as little as possible. It's been in the 50s or 40s. That's a February kind of thing when the lizards fall out of the trees, the iguanas. After about 40 something, 42, they'll fall out of the trees. So then we go pick them up and put them in the bushes. Or not. So there's that. That's what happens anyway. All right. So let's see, what are we here for today? Well, we're here for this is in the fundamentals of instructing as course curriculum. So if you were studying for your CFI or you're just a pilot in general and you want to know where these resources were, a lot of the resources are in the risk management handbook, which no one reads. And there's a good reason for that, which we'll talk about in a second. And then the other is in the ACS for flight instructor. There are two segment for risk management in the fundamentals instructing. So I tied this to the FOI. So there is wings credit available for this particular course today or power hour today, and you'll find it in the chat. So you can't put in, hey, give me wings credit into the chat. You have to click onto the link that's in there because all that's automated. So if you imagine if we had like 200 people ask for wings credit, someone's got to do cut, paste, copy, paste all day. So we don't do that. So if you click onto the link, it will ask you what your name is and your email, and then we'll get you wings credit. So, and it happens pretty quickly that way too. It cuts down on the time quite a bit. Now, the format of what we're going to do today is kind of we do the same thing each time, but just so you get an idea. So we'll run this up until the end, which is at top of the hour, top of this coming hour. Halfway through, in about 25 minutes, we'll take a break from the course content. And I'll go through as best I can, go through the room and see if there's any questions that I need to attend to right away. I'll show you some things we're doing. It won't take long to do that, but you'll see some things. And then in the chat, there'll be all these free links for free stuff. And we'll talk about the Facebook study group, CFI study group and the Facebook. We'll talk a few things like that and why you should join SAFE, maybe something like that. We don't get paid for any of that. This is not a paid advertisement. It's just things I believe in strongly. So, and that's the way we'll do it. And then at the end of that hour, what we'll do is we'll close out everything and I'll open up the room with what we call open mic. So you can stick around if you want, and I will moderate it a bit better, a little closely. So, and I'll try to keep everybody on point on what we're talking about today. Although I don't mind if we go into another direction if no one else has anything to say. And then in the future shows, I believe starting next week, we'll have a third hour that either SAFE, NAFI, CFI study group, somebody like AOPA, someone will take on and talk about what's current in their world, right? So it's like a 3-hour sort of network that we'll do every Saturday. Currently, though, we've got the 2 hours, and we're happy to do that. So that's what we're doing. So if you have questions, put them in the chat for now, and that's save if you can. So let's move on through this today. So this is one of my favorite topics. It used to be my least favorite topic. Now it's kind of like one of my favorites, and I have a reason to tell you why it's one of my favorites too. I'll save it for a little bit, but I'll tell you why it is later. So I was under the impression that risk management was something you couldn't really teach, that I thought people kind of like fly like they drive, and it can't really hard to change a person's soul, right? So basically my teaching style, if I want to change that, it's going to be really tricky to do that. If I'm anything other than my natural self, it doesn't come off right. So I thought, risk management kind of the same way. I'm kind of really wrong on that, just so you know. So, so anyway, that's kind of how this presentation worked itself up into. So these you have some really solid ideas here in just a second, and we'll find out if you're one of these people. So. CFI Bootcamp in Miami Beach, Florida. This is the Power Hour. Welcome.